All right, I just landed at the parking lot of the Nubble Lighthouse here in York, Maine, and surprisingly, no one is here. I don't know if there might be one other occasion where that's been the case, which is pretty cool because it isn't the best day out. I don't know if I can flip my screen while recording. You will see, it isn't the best day out, so it's actually drizzling right now, overcast. However, the wind's not too bad, so I'm going to still push the Mini 2SE to see what it can do. It's April, so I haven't really had a chance to get that perfect, like, sunny summer day, no wind, calm water to fly this thing. But for the sake of getting some more content out there and reviewing this new drone I grabbed, I'm going to still fly today. So I will be recording my screen. I'll be posting the weather briefing. We've got some pretty serious waves coming in. It's about mid-tide. I do think the tide's actually going out, but we still have some good waves breaking on the rocks, so maybe I can grab a couple shots of those. So we will see. I don't know how long this flight will be, but I'm here. I'm dedicated to making this work, and I still just can't believe there's no one here. So before that changes, I'm gonna go start flying. All right, let me turn that off. All right, that's annoying. All right, so here's my spot. I'm probably gonna just sit right here in my truck to keep my controller and my iPhone dry while I film. All right. I guess the one thing I didn't truly consider here with this little drone before, you know, maybe putting it in the air here. I did clear my windshield just a second ago, and we already have a little bit of rain, but it's really not too bad. I think the memory card being exposed like this will ultimately be fine. I think as long as I don't pack this thing up the second I put it in the truck, it will dry out. But I'm curious to see the status of this thing when it returns back. So I can hear some song sparrows and other birds, so that usually means it's not raining hard enough. If the birds are still active, then I think this bird can be active. So just thought I'd point that out before I got started. Here we go. All right. So of course we got someone that pulled right in next to me while I started to record that was like blasting music. But I'm going to take off and see what happens. Here we go. All right, immediately felt to get a little pushed by the wind. But we're going. We are going. The best part about this is I can see the drone very easily. But to be honest, I'm already very happy with some of these shots. These moody days here in Maine tend to be some of the days I feel like I need to get out here more every time I come out, because this to me is what Maine is all about. This is what we're used to. This is what we see on a daily basis when everyone leaves for the summer. And I'm actually controlling this myself. This is extremely smooth. I feel like I usually have to take a couple attempts, at least two, to get this smooth of a 360 on this. I may, if it stays, if the rain holds up enough, I may try to use some of the quick shots while I'm out here. And to be honest, I wish I was a little further out to capture these waves. Look at that. Oh, here we go. Look at this one coming in. All right, now I'm going to try to do a quick bust up. Let's see how high I can gain altitude and keep this rotation going. This is a shot I like to do, is bring the gimbal down while I do continue the 360 to show the subject in its ultimate landscape. Before we were obviously pretty close, but now we're up there. We're 150 feet in the air now. That didn't take long. And have had no interruptions. I've had continually smooth video and no issues with the gimbal today. All right, I'm gonna stop that sequence right there. All right, so the guy next to me did leave in the parking lot, so I may roll the window back down just so I can keep. I like to hear what's going on out there in the world. We oftentimes in Maine, I feel like, are very lucky because we don't have much major air traffic like other parts of the world here. So it's very rare I'm in a situation where there's another plane or another unmanned aircraft. Well, I shouldn't say other drone, unmanned aircraft. In the summer, this place is crazy with people. So this is actually probably the perfect day to be doing this anyways. Just a reminder that there is a 2x and 4x zoom here on the Mini 2SE. As you can see, the resolution, once you hit the 4x, it gets pretty rough. Here, actually, let me just make sure I'm still recording my screen. That's the whole purpose of this. Yes, I am. Great. The 2x though isn't bad. I may try to grab a few shots with that. And the sequence, as you can see, is 1x, 2x, 4x. I often will toggle my FN button. Right now, I believe it just shoots right down and then shoots right back up to the 90 degrees. But you can reprogram that FN button to basically automatically switch right to your zoom. So if you see a great shot and you don't feel like taking your hand off the right joystick to toggle between that, you can just click right in the FN. Just know that you have to pause recording because it won't let you toggle between the different lenses, or the different zoom, I should say, when recording. You have to pause the recording for that. So I'm going to try a low pass on the light, trying to get some of these waves, maybe some of the birds. The one thing about the Mini 2SE that I really like is they allowed the gimbal to move upward like the Mavic. It doesn't it doesn't stop, at 0 degrees. It allows you to go up, which is great because especially for real estate, which is what I primarily focus on, that allows me to get some shots that I would normally have to use my handheld gimbal for. All right, didn't love that, so I'm gonna try coming in the other way. The wave seemed better. Right now I don't see any issues with the camera. The rain has stopped. I don't see anything on my windshield, so I must have timed it right. But as you can see, there's definitely some waves rocking, so I'm sure I can get something going here. One thing to keep in mind too when filming is there is a little bit of a misalignment in the horizon. So sometimes before I go and get a shot, a clip, I will go in and line up on the horizon, head into my settings, camera. At least I used to know how to do this on my gimbal. Gimbal mode, gimbal calibration, manual. All right, horizontal. There we go. That should be better. Now, the reason I do that in video, I don't worry about it as much in photo, is I don't have the programs that some people do in order to mess with that post-process. So I just try to line up the horizon as best I can. Note that the faster you fly, the more risk you have in having that gimbal misalign again. And I'm just gonna drop really low because I feel like the waves are most dramatic. I'm going to line up at 0 degrees if I can, keep the horizon line somewhat level. But I'm going to try to come in and time myself. The best part about being here, oh, whoa, look at this. Look at that. Oh, interesting. I'm going to keep an eye on that Seagull for a quick second. That decided just to check me out. That was interesting. I don't have that problem with some of the bigger drones, so I wonder if because this was a smaller drone, it decided to not really be scared off. But that was cool. I'm excited to kind of take a look at that after. As you can see, there's a lot of birds out today, which also is something to keep in mind, that this drone does not have the obstacle avoidance like the other drones, some of the other drones do. So I'm waiting for a couple waves. I'm parked in the lot here so that I can see them coming in, and I'm just waiting for another round of swells. They tend to come in packs. They're crashing right here along the coast where the parking lot is, but I'm not seeing much drama at where the Nubble itself is. I'm gonna just head in anyways because oh, here we go. Here's a wave now. There we go. Look at that. All right, let's hit this 2 times. Oh, whoa, I guess you can while recording. Oh, look at that, you guys. You can record and zoom in at the same time. That I don't even know if I can do that on the Mavic. I now have to go run home and check, but look at that water. That's pretty crisp, and it's actually pushed a little bit further past the 2 times. It's 2.3 times zoom. I really like this shot. I really like that. Let's actually look down. Look at that. Okay, this is kind of a cool clip. Let's pause this. Let's go back to where we know we are. All right. Another thing I have been tempted to do is a long exposure. I don't have the neutral density filter on this little guy yet, but I wonder if it's just like an overcast enough day, if I could pull it off. So I'm noticing the battery life right now is doing great compared to yesterday. I'm now gonna come in because I feel like this could be good, a good sequence. I'm gonna pull my gimbal up while I come in, kind of bringing myself close into the light. And I can see my drone, so it looks like I'm close, but I'm really not. But I think this could be cool, a cool pass. Oh, that was actually, that just opened up my I feel like my whole window into some new compositional shots that I hadn't even gotten on the Mavic. And I wonder if it's because it is a 2 times zoom. The Mavic, unless I'm wrong, is pretty much a 7 times zoom, a 28 times zoom, or a 48 times zoom on video. I don't know if I have the luxury of selecting this like really specific depth like right now. Like I can, oh yeah, I held that down, and now I can kind of at will come in. One of the great shots that I like to get, and a lot of others do, is looking down on these rocks, especially something like this where you've got this great texture, difference in color. Now keep in mind, look at the gimbal on the right, or the towards the right third quadrant of your screen. I'm going to try to make it as close to 90 degrees as possible, and that to me makes the most sense. And of course the waves start to take a little bit of a break here. So I'm almost halfway through the battery life. I think what might be I might have better luck with is this series of rocks over here. They are a little bit more submerged in on, or maybe this right here. Yeah, this little outcropping should have some drama. I don't know if I am going to push it to the 90 degrees. I like kind of what I'm seeing now. I'm going to try to center this structure so that it looks like the waves are kind of just breaking around it. I feel like that's kind of a nice composition there. Keeps your eyes centered in, but allows the peripheral of your view to bring in all these waves. Oh, here's a great wave. I may even try a long exposure on this if these waves keep rolling in. Oh, we've got one that looks like it might give a little bit more break on the. If I could get it to break on that more of that coppery side of the rock, I'm hoping this one is enough juice to get up there, but we'll see. This is nothing too to compare to what it really can be. I'm excited to get back out here on a day where there's maybe another spring storm before the summer weather kicks off. Maybe fly right into one of these waves one of these days with a waterproof drone, who knows. All right, that's gonna be good for the clip. I'm gonna switch back over to my camera and get into manual. Now, I haven't messed around honestly with this side of things. Quick shot pano, camera. There we go. So shutter speed, I think we could probably get away with 1/20th of a second. Let's see if that works. Whoa. I don't want my ISO like that. JPEG plus RAW, we want to do that. White balance, keep that. So see, this is where the neutral density filter is going to come into play. I don't know if I can. Let's try 1/30th of a second and see if that gets anywhere even near what we need. I don't know if the. Okay. Don't even know. I guess I could quickly look. Whoa, hold up. Interesting. I don't know if I even kept that setting. No, it went back to auto. Okay, pro. That's why. Now I wonder if it'll keep my settings and I can do an auto, the bracketing, and maybe we can do a little bit of both. We'll see. I think ultimately what I'm going to do is wait for a day where I have a neutral density filter ultimately. Oh, I guess that was probably the one section of lag I had was between. Whoa, you see that gimbal just kind of did a little something funny. After taking that picture, I didn't really have control of the camera. See, I totally paused. Waves are paused right now. Okay, here comes one that looks pretty good. Look at that. See, I don't even know what's going on. I would want to take a second shot right now. See, I don't even know if. So that's something to keep in mind is with the the automatic exposure bracketing or the exposure bracketing, you have to. Well, it looks like we've got some company. But as you can see, the parking lot is completely dead. I still can't believe this. I have 42% left in my battery. I'm gonna try another shot that similar to what I was just doing, but with the entire lighthouse. Because there's a lot of times I will use these for reels, I'm going to line up the horizontal way, and yes, I know I am exceeding my limit, so I am going to bring it down. All right. Not much to see while it's not green, unfortunately, but one shot I like to do is pulling back this retreat shot with a little bit of a reveal. I'm noticing a little bit of, I don't know, I guess I could put it into sport mode, but I'm noticing a little bit of resistance here. I don't know if it's because I'm flying backwards. But, I may try getting one quick shot here. I mean, this is, so I'm at 118 meters, 400 meters out. I'm gonna flip over to my camera here. I do feel like I lose a lot of color. Maybe it is just such a dreary day, but I feel like there's like no color compared to some of the blues and coppers we were seeing down by the water. I am 35% battery life, so I'm going to grab a a clip coming back in and probably land, because I don't want to push my luck. It's been a great flight. I feel like I picked up on some awesome stuff. And honestly, I'm seeing a rock here now and some stuff that I want to take a quick clip of. I think I can push it. We have 34% left. I'm right there in the parking lot, as you can see. Oh, this is cool. Honestly, I'm really liking this 2 times. It's a nice, it's really all you need to create a new composition. I don't know why they didn't, and I'll go back to my Phantom, my Mavic, to see if there's any flexibility in that. Because if I could stick with a 2 times on the Mavic, I feel like I'd be creating the compositions I want more frequently. The 7 times zoom, not only is it more distorted, or less, not only is it less less sharp of a video. See, I'm kind of losing a little bit of connection here. Yep, see, whoa. I want to get a shot looking up at the light. Yeah, whoa, come on. What the hell? I would like to get a shot looking up at the light, kind of from down on these rocks. But, you know, I am going to just call it a day because I've had a great flight. Don't need to push it. I like to record on my way home because you never know what you'll catch on your way back. All right. All right. Waves are picking up. Look at that one.